welcome back to my channel History by Roshna. If you are not subscribed, please subscribe and press the bell icon. Today we talk about the Vijayanagar Empire. We know that the Vijayanagar Empire, it was one of the greatest empire in 16th century. The origin of Vijayanagar Empire is hidden in obscurity. Robert Swell has rightly termed it as a forgotten empire. Although Harihara and Bukka first, the two brothers established the Vijayanagara Empire on the southern bank of Tungabhadra. On their inspiration, they got inspiration from Madhava Vidyaranyaya. And they were in South India when they rebelled against Muhammad bin Tughlaq and declared their independence. Then they built one of the important empire in South India, the Vijayanagar and the city of Victory. Between 1336 and 1565, Vijayanagar was ruled by four different dynasties. The first two, they are Sangama, Saluva, Tuluva and Aravidu. The first two of these were the contemporaries of Bahmanids. But during the rule of the third, the Bahmani kingdom had broken up into 5 Muslim states. Consequently, it did not have to face as a violent an opposition of the Muslim the first had to do. Then the Sangama dynasty of Harihara and Bukka ruled from 1336 to 1485. Then secondly, the Saluva dynasty founded by Saluva Narasimha from 1485 to 1505. Then third was the Tuluva dynasty to rule Vijayanagar from 1505 to 1517. And the fourth was the Aravidu dynasty which ruled there till the middle of the 17th century. Krishnadevaraya, he became the king who ruled from 1509 to 1529. He is considered to be the greatest of all the rulers of Vijayanagar and his name is counted among famous rulers of India. He conquered every war he fought during his time. He made the kingdom of Vijayanagar a prosperous state and raised its prestige to the highest point. The Portuguese traveller Domingo Paes, who stayed at Vijayanagar during his rule and writes that he was an educated ideal king and a great judge. Krishnadevaraya suppressed the rebellious regions of south before facing the dangers of north, and he defeated many kings including Gajapati Raja Prataparudra of Orissa and Yusuf Adil Shah of Adil Shahi dynasty. As a result of various conquests, Raichur Dop came under the suzerainty of Vijayanagar. In 1514, he conquered the fort of Udayagiri and imprisoned the uncle and aunt of its ruler. Till the middle of the next year, he conquered Kondavidu and other forts, and he successfully invaded Gulbarga and Bidar and enthroned a puppet Bahmani ruler. To commemorate his feat, Krishnadevaraya adopted the title of Yavanarajya Sthapanacharya, and he conquered the entire Tungabhadra from the Sultan of Golconda and defeated the Gajapati ruler. Then Krishnadevaraya died in 1579. In his place, his foster brother Achyutaraya became the king. The administrative setup of Vijayanagar deserves special mention. In the Vijayanagar state, the king was the axis of administration and he was assigned a status equal to God. And the king took advice of royal council on state policy and other matters. This council worked as a check on the absolutism of king's authority. So, the Pradhani presided over the meeting of Mantri Parishad and the ministers were appointed on the basis of their merit. Only extraordinary and meritorious men were appointed. Though the high posts in administration were held by Brahmins, then the Kshatriyas and Vaishyas were also appointed as ministers. The ministers often adopted the title of Danda Nayak, which means the chief of administration. The mantris kept soldiers and during the battle supplied them the king. They took a full responsibility of administration in case of weak rulers. The Vijayanagar economy. According to the accounts of the foreign travelers, the Vijayanagar Empire was one of the wealthiest parts of the world at that time. Agriculture continued to be the chief occupation of the people. Then, the Vijayanagar rulers provided a stimulus to its further growth by providing irrigation facilities, and new tanks were built and dams were constructed across the rivers like Tungabhadra. Now we discuss the architecture of Vijayanagar Empire. Indian art and culture developed in Vijayanagar, and the relics prove that at a time Vijayanagar was famous for its art and architecture in the entire world. One of the greatest example of architecture was the Hazara Ramaswamy Temple and Vithala Swamy Temple. The Hazara Ramaswamy Temple, it was built by Krishnadevaraya. It is an example of high class architecture, and lodgers write that it is a wonderful piece of architecture. Then secondly, the Vithala Ramaswamy Temple. The Vithala Ramaswamy Temple is also a high contribution. Ferguson calls it as the last of the highly developed style of architecture. So there are so many temples and other monumental buildings were built by the Vijayanagar Empire. There are so many causes for the decline of Vijayanagar Empire. One of the important was the weak successors of Krishnadevaraya. The empire became weak after the death of Krishnadevaraya. Then secondly, the rulers of neighboring kingdoms joined hands and defeated the Rayas of Vijayanagar in 1565 in the Battle of Talikote. So due to this battle, the Vijayanagar Empire was fully declined.